What's up, dudes? It's your bestest buddy in the whole frickin' galaxy, Urban Blaster, playing some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's that free-to-play mobile game because I don't pay for this shit. And in this video, we're going to be talking Bounty Hunter synergy, evaluating the Bounty Hunter faction. And if you weren't aware, when they did rework Boba Fett, they did introduce the Bounty Hunter faction, and that kind of gave a little bit more purpose with the rework of Boba Fett, because there are scoundrels, which currently all the bounty hunters are scoundrels. So if you do decide to build up a bounty hunter team, it will help out with the credit heist, the credit droid thing, and all that good stuff. But let's go take a look. Let's do a breakdown on these dudes. Let's see what they're bringing to the table. Okay, dudes, so there are 6 total bounty hunters. The ones that, so the best bounty hunter lead, of course, is Boba Fett. He's that dark side scoundrel bounty hunter attacker. He's bringing those ability blocks, ignores taunts and self-revives. He can be farmed in the cantina shop, the fleet shop, and plus a bunch of nodes out there, 3 of them to be exact. But this dude, his abilities are pretty cool. He has his basic, the EE3 carbine. It deals physical damage to a target enemy with a 50% chance to attack again. Each attack has a 70% chance to inflict damage over time for 2 turns. So that's his basic. Then he has the Death from Above. This is when he's jetpacking. He deals physical damage to all enemies with an 80% chance to inflict ability block for 1 turn and 50% chance to inflict damage over time for 2 turns. And this thing inflicts ability block on the selected target for 2 turns. So not only is he a great leader, but a great support character. And then he has his Execute. This is his other special. This thing deals physical damage to a target enemy and dispels all status effects on him. That includes red and green, but for each one of those it deals 30% more damage for each effect dispelled. Enemies defeated by this ability can't be revived, and it reduces all cooldowns by 1 on a finishing blow. The attack can't be evaded, so if you put the nail in the coffin with it, it reduces the other team's cooldowns. Then here's the main thing. This is what makes him the best bounty hunter leader. It's the Dead or Alive, when all allies gain 50% critical damage and 10% critical chance. So that applies to all allies. So he's a great leader if you want a team that's gonna have a frickin' just hit hard and have good chances of hitting hard. And then he's but for all bounty hunters allies, they gain 15 speed for each debuffed enemy, so you want the red above their head, and it gains max health, and they also gain max health equal to 50% of the total potency of all bounty hunter allies. So bam, you're going to be if you got that potency up, you're going to be increasing up your max healths. But the biggest thing with these is you gain 15% turn meter whenever a thermal detonator explodes. But we'll get into those thermal detonators soon. And then he has his unique, the Bounty Hunter's Resolve. This thing is at the start of a battle, and whenever he defeats an enemy, Boba Fett recovers 100% protection and gains Bounty Hunter's Resolve until he is defeated. And Bounty Hunter's Resolve is when Boba Fett can ignore taunts during his turn, and whenever defeated, he revives at 100% health. This buff cannot be dispelled. Bam! That's why he's a frickin' leader of all leaders for these bounty hunters. Then, in my opinion, the best bounty hunter to go under Boba Fett is Zam Wessell. She's that dark side scoundrel bounty hunter attacker. She brings evasion down and detonates the thermal detonators. She could be farmed at the guild shop and the fleet shop. Here's her basic. It's See What Sticks. This is when she places thermal detonators on all enemies that explode. Wait, this isn't her basic. Oh well, I must have messed up. But this is her AoE, where she throws thermal detonators on all enemies and explodes after 2 turns with the 70% chance for Zam to gain speed up for 3 turns. So that's pretty badass there, because with those thermals, the whole bounty hunter team's going to be getting 15% turn meter bumps whenever they go off. And then She also has the special, the Electro Goggles. This inflicts evasion down on all enemies for 4 turns and exposes the primary target for 2 turns with a 50% chance to gain 50% turn meter. This attack can't be evaded. Bam! She's taken away the abilities for the enemies to evade, along with exposing the primary target. Then she has the her unique, it's the Shapeshifter. That's when Zam gains 18% evasion. This bonus is doubled while she is suffering a negative status effect, and whenever Zam evades an attack, she also dispels all negative status effects on herself. She's self-cleansing, and whenever Zam is critically hit, she gains evasion up for 2 turns. That's pretty wicked. Okay, so I did miss her basic, but what that thing does, her basic is a shot that she does to a targeted enemy. If they have any thermals above their head, it detonates them. And for any detonated thermal above their head, Zam gains 20% turn meter. Bam! And with the Boba Fett leadership, that the whole team gets turn meter gains. Then the next bounty hunter in question is Greedo. He's that dark side scoundrel bounty hunter attacker. He does bonus attacks, and whenever he crits, bringing in the double mollywop from Greedo. He's farmed in the squad arena shop, and the reason I recommend Greedo is because he also has thermal detonators, but we'll get to that. But he has his basic, who shot first. This thing deals physical damage to a target enemy with a 45% chance to gain evasion up for 2 turns. Then he has his special, the thermal detonator. This thing places thermal detonators on all enemies that explode after 2 turns with the 40% chance for Greedo to gain 25% turn meter. Bam! More thermal detonators out there means more turn meter up for the whole team with Boba Fett, and he does have a leadership ability. Scoundrel allies gain 50% critical damage. But then he has his unique. If at first you don't succeed, this is when Greedo has a 15% critical chance and a 50% chance to attack again whenever he scores a critical hit. Bam! So you want to be scoring those critical hits to do that, to get that old double mollywop from Greedo. Then there's Dengar. He's that dark side scoundrel bounty hunter attacker. This dude stuns and brings tenacity downs. He could be farmed in the guild shop. On his basic, he has the target spotted it. This thing deals physical damage to a target enemy. If the target is suffering any debuffs, there's a 60% chance to call an ally to assist. Bam! If the assisting ally is a scoundrel, the attack is guaranteed to be a critical hit. And that's pretty good, because in some cases, if he does, so if you do go against the dudes with the red above their heads, you could possibly get this ally assist. If it calls in Greedo, who's a scoundrel, he'll guarantee a critical hit. Then Greedo will get a frickin' double mollywop. Bam! Synergies in action here. And then you got the blast and smash. This is his Dengar's special when he chin check wrecks a full, but this thing deals physical damage to a target enemy with a 50% chance to inflict speed down for 3 turns. If the target had 50% turn meter or more, they are stunned for 1 turn. So he's bringing the speed down and a possible stunning. Then he has his mini mind mayhem. This thing deals physical damage to all enemies, then inflicts in a negative status effects on all enemies that suffer a critical hit. Effects inflicted depend on the number of critical hits scored. So 1 critical hit, they get the tenacity down. 2 critical hits, they get damage over time, they get those dots. And 3 critical hits, it's a 50% turn meter reduction. Bam! Doing some debuffs, which in turn works with the bounty hunter's leadership stuff. And then there's the Grizzled Veteran. That's whenever Dengar receives a critical hit, he gains stealth for 2 turns. Whenever an enemy evades Dengar's attack, he gains plus 60% turn meter. Whenever Dengar suffers a negative status effect, he gains tenacity up for 2 turns. So he's a pretty good dude to bring to the team. Then we got IG-88. He's a 86's cool cousin, but he's a dark side droid attacker scoundrel bounty hunter. He's rolling with some AoEs that debuff the enemies, and and he cripples debuffed enemies with his hard hits, and then he could be farmed in the squad arena shop. This dude has the basic, the mortal wound. It deals physical damage to a target enemy with the 60% chance to inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. Bringing the red above their heads. Then he has his AoEs, the rapid fire. It deals physical damage to all enemies with the 55% chance to inflict ability block for 1 turn, and a 50% chance to inflict defense down for 2 turns. So more debuffed enemies. And then he has his leadership skills, which aren't too important, but all allies gain 20% critical chance and inflict a damage over time effect whenever they score a critical hit. So that's a pretty good, but it won't be in effect. Then he has the adaptive aim algorithm. That's when 88 has a plus 45% critical damage and deals 20% more damage for each enemy suffering a negative status effect. Bam! So he has those debuffs just to help cripple your enemy. Then, last but not least, there's Cad Bane. He's the dark side scoundrel bounty hunter support. He brings stuns and bonus attacks. He's farmed in the Galactic War Shop, the G-Dubs. And he has his basic, the Gunslinger. That's when he deals physical damage to a target enemy with the 55% chance to attack again. Cad Bane has a 50% chance to gain 15% turn meter with each attack. So that's not bad right there. He could be bringing in the double mollywop and some turn meter gains. Then he has his special, the stun glove. This is when he deals unavoidable physical damage to a target enemy and stuns for 1 turn. In addition, it removes 40% turn meter or 100% turn meter if the target is a Jedi. Bam! He's gonna stun you and take away your turn meter. Then he has the a leadership skill. Scoundrel allies gain 20% evasion and gain 25% turn meter whenever they evade. And then he has his unique, the Jedi Hunter. Cad Bane has a plus 35% critical chance and a plus 20% critical damage when attacking Jedi enemies. But the team that we will be rolling with does not include Cad Bane, even though he has that cool badass hat. But here's what the team that we're going to be rolling with brings under the leadership of Boba Fett. So we got Boba Fett rolling at gear 10. All allies gain 50% critical damage and 10% critical chance under his leadership skill, while all bounty hunters will gain 15 speed for each debuffed enemy and gains max health equal to 50% of total potency of all bounty hunter allies, and gains 15% turn meter whenever thermal detonator explodes. So as you can see, we got Zam Wessell. She is at gear 10. She's going to be bringing turn meter gains because thermal detonators that she brings, and also she's going to be doing the evasion with self-cleansing. And then we got Greedo. He's bringing in those thermal detonators, which is going to boost up turn meter gains for the whole team. And then he has the bonus attacks with his double mollywop, and that's going to get a boost up because Boba Fett's going to be offering plus 10% critical chance. And then we got Dengar, who's going to be bringing in those stuns and debuffs, but the debuffs are really good because it's going to throw red above their heads, which is going to bring 15 speed for each debuffed enemy to the whole team. And then we got IG-88. He is also bringing in debuffs, critical damage, and critical chances. All of those he'll be with the critical chance boost that Boba Fett brings in his leadership, and the plus 50% crit damage. That's also going to stack up on all the crit damage and crit chance that IG-88 has. So he's going to be frickin' hitting like a frickin' freight train. But let's enough of my jibber jabber. Let's go see this team in action. Okay, dudes, here we are out at the Galactic War table. The G-Dubs gonna go up against this team. They're rolling level 85s. It looks like a mishmash of people, but we're just kind of gonna, kind of do some test runs on the G-Dub with this team. But let's do this shit. And if you're wondering why I chose Cad Bane over Greedo, Greedo over Cad Bane, because there's a lot of bad rap with Greedo. I think I like his thermal detonators that he brings to this table, and Cad Bane's more of a Jedi hunter. But let's throw out those thermals from Zam Wessell. Bam! They all stuck, so now everybody's debuffed. So that means we're going to get 15, some type of speed boost on the team. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I think it was 15 speed per debuffed enemy. And now we'll do some AoEs, debuffing our enemies even more. Oh, they got their tenacity up. I didn't notice that. Crap, that was stupid. Oh well. We'll save on debuff, so we'll just take care of Yoda so he can't be debuffing his tenacity up in him anymore. Oh, Zam Wessell got some speed up, and she got that evasion going on right there. We'll throw out some more thermal detonators. Oh, shoot, those frickin' Okay, no worries. We'll just take out Yoda. Bam! Now we'll expose Barf Hideous. Wait, he has tenacity up, so we'll just detonate the thermal on that fool and get turn meter boosts all around. And Zam Wessell is typically shot after shot, so now we could detonate this over Mace Windu. Bam! Zam gets to go again. They still have that tenacity, so now we'll detonate over Darth Vader. Bam! I could be wasting these thermals since she keeps going and everybody's turns are already up. Oh well. So now we'll just do our basic against Barf Hideous. Take him out next. Now we'll just see if we get a bonus attack. And we did. Bam! They still got those frickin' tenacity ups. We can't do nothing. That's kind of crippling this team right now. Frickin' Yoda could be annoying. Now we'll see if we could stun Mace Windu. Nope, he got that tenacity up. Oh well. Okay. We could throw some thermals out. Leia and Windu. Now we could do some debuffs on these fools. Now we'll take out Mace Windu with the execute. Oh, close. Okay, now we'll do some AoEs. Okay, we got one critical hit, so we got tenacity down on Leia over there. Okay, now we'll expose Darth Vader. Bam! No worries, dudes. We got some thermals only. Oh, okay. So we'll just bam! Oh, I should have saved that exposed for 88. He would have wrecked Vader. Okay, now we'll focus on Windu. Vader's turn seems to be going faster up. He has debuff, so we should get the assisting. Bam! Okay, now we'll get rid of Windu. Maybe I'll stick to basics right now to clear up some of their specials for the... Oh! Victory! Okay, we saw that the tenacity down had some tenacity up on the enemy really screwed with our abilities. That's a weakness of this team. But let's practice on these dudes again. Let's see what's going on over here. It looked like there's a Dooku. Who else? It's a mismatched team. We'll go after Leia first because she could be pretty annoying. She dodged that. Well, dodge this. She did. Frickety frack. Okay, let's go try Ahsoka. Now we'll jetpack and AoE's taking away their abilities. Okay, now we'll go after Leia. She has that crap, that's why I didn't want her to go, because she got those frickin' bonus attacks. Now we'll throw out those thermals, get this party started. We got a few to stick. Some more thermals all around. Bam! Okay. Now we have the bounty hunters resolved, so I'll save the execute. They got frickin' Dooku as the leader, so all these evasions. Frick, man. Come on, Greedo. We're getting tore up here. But let's get rid of Ahsoka. 2 thermals. Bam! Wasted her. Now we got 5s. He has 2 thermals. Or maybe we'll save that and we'll do some we'll take away their evasions. We'll counter Dooku, put some expose on him, and take away their evasion possibilities. Bam! There you see, evasion minus 25% evasion chance. Now we'll hopefully get a bonus attack against Leia. Nope, but Greedo will take her out. Bam! Okay. Qui-Gon Jinn next. We'll save the countering dudes for last. Now we'll maybe we'll stun Dooku. Chin check, wreck a fool. Oh, we didn't stun him, so that means we screwed ourselves. Okay, now we'll execute. No, we'll save the execute. Because shoot, we lost Greedo. Greedo, why'd you gotta go? Now we'll bump up our turn meters and do some damage on those 2 thermals. Bam! Okay, now we'll whittle down frickin' Qui-Gon Jinn. We'll do some thermals. Bam! Okay. Hopefully we'll get a bonus attack. Okay, we did. They took out Boba, but no worries, he came back. Now it's a good time to use his execute. Zam Wessell's not evading. But now we'll throw out this. AoE's okay, we'll execute, get our bounty hunters resolve back. Bam! Now we'll explode that thermal. Which wasn't a good idea, I guess, because I don't know, he's the only guy we go after anyway, so him and those frickin' counters. There goes Zam Wessell. Bonus attack. Bam! Victory! But we did lose a lot of our team. But that gives you an idea of the bounty hunters in action. Okay, dudes, here we are out at the arena. I'm sitting at like 93 right now, not too good, but let's take these bounty hunters into here and see what they can do up against this Empire team. I don't want to take them against droids because they probably have the speed, but these guys might too. But let's do this shit. Okay, let's see who got the speed. I didn't check. Ooh, we got it with the, I think 186 is Zam's speed, so we'll get those thermal detonators out there going. We got 2 out of 5 to stick. AoE's debuffing our enemies. Bam! So for all those debuffs, we're getting some speed gains. So now we'll try to get Palpatine out of, or we'll just do some AoE's. Taking away their abilities. Now we'll throw some more thermals out there to get this party started even more. Do some AoE's all around. Mini Mind Mayhem. They got to the red above their head. Giving us some speeding us up. Damn, we can't. Oh yeah, we could go after these dudes with thermals. Let's see. Vader has 1. We'll go after Kylo, since he has a thermal, bump up our turns meters. And we got this turn against. Now we'll expose Emperor Palpatine. If it sticks, it better. Frickin' A, it did. So now we could, should we go, we'll do the execute. Bam! Almost put him out of his misery, but he frickin' got that move off. Oh well. We'll continue to go after, oh, they're taunting. So, damn, we just used our execute. Frickety frack. Chin check, wreck, full stun, a mug. Okay, now we could go after, he's still taunting, he doesn't have thermals, so we'll just do what we can. Some thermals are going off, so we're getting some turn meter gains. Now we'll, shoot, there's nobody really I could go after, since we got that Bounty Hunter's resolve, I could ignore that taunt, do a little bit of damage on Palpatine. We didn't get no bonus attack there, which we could have. Greedo, why'd you gotta go? Now they're frickin' gonna whittle us down to nothing. We're just taking a beating. Okay, mini mind mayhem, debuff these dudes. About all we could do. None of our biggest hitters are gone. Okay, we could we'll try to AoE's taking away their abilities. Shoot, there's no way I could put out their misery with Boba, so I didn't get the Mandalorian resolve back. Dengar's just a frickin', well, chin check, wreck full. Gonna go out fighting. Okay, another defeat. Okay, dude, you witnessed it. The main purpose of this video was just to show off the, to kind of evaluate, break down the Bounty Hunter faction synergy. We saw those thermal detonators are pretty good because they're bringing turn meter gains for the whole team, along with Zam Wessell. She could detonate them, and which gives her a lot more turn meter. So sometimes she could go turn after turn after turn, depending on how many people got those thermal detonators out there. Maybe you got to use that wisely, because if the whole other team is already 100% turn meter because you've got so many thermals off, maybe you wouldn't want to keep using her over and over to get those up there. The star of the show is Boba Fett. He brings the best leadership skill for the bounty hunters. And then Zam Wessell, I think she's a key piece to that, with those turn meter gains and the ability to bring thermal detonators along with detonate them. And then there's Greedo. He's bringing those thermal detonators too. I don't know if he's a star of the show, but I did choose him over Cad Bane because, I don't know, I think Cad Bane is the least best of them. The problem with Greedo is that he does require a ton of raid gear, 6 stun cuffs, 2 stun guns, and furnace, and he is a beast to gear up. But as you saw, my team's not ready or arena viable at this time, but they're fun to play around with, and I just wanted to really break down their synergies, show it off. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.